Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do a control cavity on the back of your guitar. This is just a standard body. I don't want to have a big control plate on it, so I'm going to route it out of the back, make a cover that goes on top. That way it'll just be the control knobs on the top. Thing that I have here, a couple of templates for routing. These I got on eBay. They were fairly cheap. I got a bunch of them at the same time, and if I can find a link for them, I'll put them in the description. But they're nice because they've got center lines on them. So this is the cavity. I don't know if you might be able to see that. Anyway, this is the cavity. This is the route for the cover plate, and this is the thing for the cover plate. What I'm going to do is lay this out where I want it. I don't know, might not be able to, so you could pretty much do it however you wanted, wherever you wanted, but I kind of want it to go in a line with the center line on the body here. I don't know, you might not be able to see it on the camera, but I'll just put this ruler on top here. So that's pretty much the center line, so I kind of want this lined up with the center line, and then at least, you know, good enough. So just put that on, lined up how I want it. Do a quick the pencil, and I'll come back with the cover. Set that on there on top so you can kind of see what we're doing here. Describe around the outside. Alright. So now we've got, I don't know if you can see it on that one, drawn out where we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a drill bit to get most of this out, and then I'm going to route the channel itself to fit. That way I'm not using a router the whole entire time. So we'll come back and we'll do that. Alright, so we're over here at the drill press. I'm going to use a Forstner bit, which is one like this, basically to take out as much material as we can all at once. Smaller one in there, but this is the same thing. You don't necessarily need a drill press for this. You could do it with just a hand drill, but this is probably easier to get at a kind of uniform depth. I'm not going to go all the way super close to the top. I'm going to do that with a router just to be safe, but we're going to take out a decent amount of material with this. So here we go. Safety glasses, obviously. Here we go. And then that's just some of the routing that doesn't have to take place. A little less wear and tear on your bits. But we're going to clamp this down on a different surface, and we're going to route out the rest. Alright, we're set up to route this out. Get a little extra light here so I can see what I'm doing. Body's clamped down to the table. Got a plunge router here to get most of the material out of the body. The router is a pretty dangerous machine, so definitely practice beforehand and be comfortable with your tools so you know what's going to happen. Obviously, you're going to want definitely going to want eye protection. You're going to want ear protection. So here we go. Alright, so there you go. We've got a cavity routed. Lip for the cap to go on top of there. Can always go back and make it a little deeper if you need to. Doesn't have to be the entire thing. It's going to be covered with a plate anyway. So in the next part, we'll make the cap that goes on top, and we'll show you how to put that on top. All right, so we've had a bit of a problem here. Our control cavity plates, this wood that I used, warped after I cut it out and cut it to shape. So it won't sit flat on the control cavity. So I'm going to throw that away and do it with pickguard material. I have this, it's 3-ply pickguard material, and I don't know if you can, this is my template. I'm going to tape the template on and run it over the router with a pattern bit. I'll show that to you, and that should take care of our troubles here. Should make quick work of it. I was trying to do it without the router, but it didn't work. So we're gonna try it this way and see how it goes. This is the super glue trick for getting router templates to stick to your workpiece. Got just regular super glue, and then accelerator. All you do is put painter's tape on the 2 sections that you want to stick together, and then put a little bit of super glue on your tape here, and then you hit it with a little bit of accelerator, and then you stick your template to the glue. And then you just give it a few seconds to dry, and you've got a nice stuck together template. Tape comes off fairly easy, and it doesn't get massive tape residue left on your template or your workpiece. So it's always a good trick to learn. Just a little bit of super glue, a little bit of accelerator, and you're done. Router table, we've got our template stuck to our workpiece. We've got a pattern bit on top here. It's got a bearing on top that rides against your template, and then the blade cuts off what the template tells it to. Just make sure that you've got your height set correctly, and then you run it through. Watch your fingers. The router is a pretty scary tool, so always be mindful of what's going on. Watch your fingers. Nothing's more important than keeping your digits. Safety glasses and hearing protection are always a good idea. So, here we go. Here's the rear cover plate installed. I'm not liking the white, so I'm going to redo it with a different material. Probably try to get some thin wood and make a wooden cover so it kind of hides it a little better. But this is the general process on how to do it. So cut the cover to shape. There's and all I did was I glued a couple of magnets on the back of this cover, and then in the corners here I just glued in magnets as well. I need to make a little recess so that I can take the cover on and off a little easier, but that's basically how it goes. If you have any comments, just drop them down below. Thanks for watching.